Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. It's a Saturday night, or should I say early Sunday morning. It's about 12:10 a.m. And I'm just spending some time thinking about this life, the life I live, and thinking about you, the people. You know, I say sometimes that I share information with you for one purpose, to kind of direct a trend of thought that would lead ultimately to an ideal of beauty that we play a part in, we benefit from as people, as Americans. I've asked to serve you as President of the United States. I thought about that because I was watching the news today and I saw Hillary Clinton on an interview. And people were asking her if this book that she is releasing, if she's will be a contender for the presidency in 16. And, she's naturally not going to say at this time, but I'm thinking about the many people who are wishing that she actually runs because they think that perhaps she can win for many different reasons. Some just because she's a lady and they want a lady. Some because they think she would be capable and she would bring to the office some things that men can't bring. And then there are others who would want Joe Biden to win because he's been there. He's tried for so long. Apparently he has something to say and that he has given it the time and he should be able to say it. And I'm thinking about what people are thinking in regards to these candidates, and I'm also considering a Republican or the Republican perspective that any Republican that can beat any of these guys is better than letting either one of them win. And so on and so forth. It gets good and it gets deep, it gets heavy and it gets crazy. And then I sit back and I think that in my way of thinking, Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden or any Republican that they might put in office has nothing to offer me. Nothing to offer me. And since they can't offer me anything, then I would after the office. I'm going to have to put a pause on this, though. Hope it don't mess me up too bad. Yeah. Sorry about that. My battery was about to run out, so I had to go and get some juice. Lost a minute. I tried to make it up in context. You see, so since they have nothing to offer me, then I'll stand up and speak for what I want. I'm living in this life just like everybody else is living in this life. And like everybody that's living in this life, I want to experience what I have envisioned as being life. We all do. And it just seems that everybody who comes in trying to help us just always leave me out. And I'm sure many of you. All of those of us who have been left out, I'm sure we don't like it. And we want to be included. And not necessarily at the expense of bringing anybody else down, but no, just rising up to the occasion ourselves. And I think about me, who you would never think about as being president of the United States. Some guy you don't even know, some guy that's black, and some guy that's basically broke. But I want you to know whatever I am, it is because I have sacrificed almost 35 years for you, the people. I have actually, for you, committed crime and gone to jail and gone to prison for you. I have suffered by living basically in a sense of poverty myself because I haven't had a continued income for quite some time. And it's a choice I made, a sacrifice I made for you. A sacrifice that put me in a position to even my family, my immediate family, drag them through the same burden and suffering that I allowed myself to go through. For you. And I would ask them to do it because I would ask you to do it if it meant bringing the party together. And the party means people. And so I think I've probably put myself down at a level that reflects a great love for you. Or, I'm not going to say it's greater than that of anyone else. But I tell you what, I don't think too many people would do it, especially Miss Clinton, Joe Biden, or any Republican. Nevertheless, that's not why you would want me to be president, because I've sacrificed so much for you. The thing that you're concerned about is what could I do for you as president? Well, I don't want to compare myself to any other president, so I'll tell you exactly what I would be shooting at, what I want. I want mostly peace from this nation. I want peace within this community. I want us all to be prosperous. And I want us to be joyous. I want us to be glad to wake up the next day because we know it's going to be great. And when we go to bed at night, we just take a breath, a sigh, because it was all good. I want us to be able to know that we would always have food, clothing, shelter, that we would have education unlimited, that we'd have health care from the womb to the tomb. I want us all to know that. I want you, my friends, to know that your role in life is important. I want you to know this because in order for me to achieve these things, and I know I sound kind of ludicrous stating that I want your dreams to come true, but the way to do that is this, is you guarantee to each of us, all of you, guarantee a career of your choosing. Something that you love doing, something that you have always wanted to do. And now nothing is there to prevent you. If you like any education, it's there for you free. If you ever need any extra help for your body is concerned, your health is concerned, you got that as well. And you got all of society supporting you because we know the good that you bring to this picture enables us to create all of the goods and services that we as people have determined are essential. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we will recognize each other as being important, very important, because we ourselves are important. We will recognize that nothing belongs to us except our ability to love or hate. We recognize that this earth, this big ball, wrapped up with dirt and water and all other stuff that's on it, is hanging out in the atmosphere with nothing in the midst of so many other heavenly bodies as itself. And it's not running around, floating around, going crazy. It's maintained. I know that stuff is not just happening. I know that's not just happening. And so I see you and I as being partners in the creative process. We bring children into the earth. But more than that, the things that we have done, the discoveries that we have made, using electricity, using nuclear energy, all of the things that we're able to do, is nothing but an expression of us using the gifts that we have been given to extract from the sources, the resources, whether they're heavenly or here on earth or in it, to do the things that we have done. It's us having the ability to participate in the creative process, creation. And yet every time we come up with something, we've got a choice. We can use it for good, which we call godly, divine, or which you can use for bad, which brings on destruction and pain and suffering for some, but is heaven for others. But my suffering is for the one that brings us peace and prosperity to all of us. And that's what I want more than anything. And if there's any other presidential candidate somewhere who runs for office that cares about me like that, I will vote for him. Now I know that you might not want to vote for me, but that's beside the point. I'm running for president of the United States for this reason. Because in my heart, I believe that that's what God would want for his creation. And I believe that because I know if I were God, I would want that at least. But I know God is greater than me because God gives you choice to make or not. I don't know if I would be able to do that, but I do know one thing. That's what I would want for you. And since I want that for you, I put myself down to suffer for you, to let you know that I'm real. I'm not trying to use you to abuse you. No, I'm trying to let you know that life is in each of our hands. And the bigger the life depends on the number of hands. And if all of our hands are in it, nobody can charge us anything. Ladies and gentlemen, and I want you to support me. To support me means not just voting for me, but sticking by me. Because what I've just told you I want for you, this is what I would be trying to get to happen. And I know I will not have that support in Congress because the Congress supports special interests. And I will need you to override the stuff that they try to protect. Oh yes, I know that if we were that lucky, that I would be, at least they would try to kill me. Now, I don't know if God would allow me to die just yet. But if he did, I would want you to know exactly what I'm talking about. Because I want somebody else just like you to step right into those shoes and keep right on stepping. And knowing that they might kill you too. But I want somebody else to step right in those shoes and keep right on stepping. And eventually, we will reach the people. The people will see that what we're talking about is love. They will see that what we're talking about is something that they desire. And old killer devil killer means somebody talking about themselves, selfish, not thinking about the masses. Well, that's what I'm talking about. But we can overcome. So I got to get out of here now. I don't think I have much time to put this on YouTube, but until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying, bye-bye.